Subscribe G8. Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. A twistedly clever amnesia twist from General Hospital. Plus, was that a hint to Alexis' future? Well, aside from another fantastic Friday cliffhanger, it seems like not much occurred on General Hospital this week. We can only watch Ava and Nina, as well as Carly and Drew, discuss those dreadful SEC allegations so many times. There are so many other characters that are just as guilty of repeating themselves. Without slamming our heads against the pool wall like Ned did, let's simply go into what happened in Port Charles this week. Ned is down, out, and then back up. Consider myself impressed that the PCPD finally solved a case in a timely manner. Chase just needed 5 minutes to locate security footage that exonerated Drew of all responsibility for Ned's accident. Wait, isn't this a soap opera? Since cameras are practically never in use when someone has to be exonerated of a crime, only accused of one, Chase also appears to be aware that Nina was at the Metro Court pool when Ned collapsed based on the looks he gave her the other day and his subsequent phone check. Why then has he not faced Nina? That image or that query may be what eventually prompts Ned to remember something. Baby Ace has his first trim. Regarding Ned's memories, I don't think anyone was shocked when he awoke with amnesia. Sort of amnesia, I guess. What a clever turn of events for Ned to think he is Eddie Main, his rock alter ego. This might provide Ned, Olivia, Brooke Lynn, and Tracy a ton of new tale ideas. Consider Brooke Lynn taking over as Eddie's manager, Ned departing from ELQ. Ned cannot recall Olivia's marriage to him or who Leo is. Jason the new. So Dex didn't need much persuading from Carly and Michael to continue working for Sonny in order to keep him safe from the government and pikemen. Joss, who was obviously the only one upset by this, sobbed about how awful what they were asking Dex to do was. Dex, in the meantime, pulled a 180, which many of us anticipated, and informed Joss that he enjoys working for Sonny because it is a good fit for him, and that there aren't many jobs that pay as well as this for someone with his skills. These two clearly represent the show's attempt to create the next Carly and Jason. But they are not Carly and Jason. It's time for a Joss and Dex break, just as with Willow and Michael. We can only endure listening to them discuss Dex working for Sonny and how much Joss despises Sonny so many times. More. Drew's destiny is known. Let's quickly get to the section where Gladys enters prison. For Gladys, it appears as though everything is finally coming to an end. Sasha is pushing forward with ending the guardianship, while Ms. Wu is returning and demanding her money. Additionally, Gladys is now acquainted with Sasha's court-appointed psychiatrist thanks to Wu's backroom poker games. But I think we all know where this is going. Gladys will find a way to intimidate the physician into denying Sasha's plea. In order to prove Gladys framed him and Sasha can't trust her, Cody enlisted Sam's assistance in relation to one of the few people who was onto her. She had the hilarious idea to ask Spinelli, the one person she can't tolerate, for assistance. Here is where I really take issue with Cody's decision to keep his knowledge of Gladys to himself, rather than notifying Sam or even Spinelli. Spinelli would just need 3 seconds to access Sasha's bank accounts, print off the withdrawals Gladys is making, and ship them to Sasha in an anonymous package. I'm not sure how Sasha hasn't seen massive amounts of money being taken out of her bank accounts on her own, to be completely honest. I suppose there are no bank alerts for significant transactions in Soapland. More. 92-year-old former Young and the Restless cast member dead. Although the program has attempted to justify Cody's decision to withhold the truth about Gladys on the grounds that doing so might endanger Sasha, the justification is nonetheless implausible. Cody risks spending years in jail, so reveal Gladys' true intentions right away. The Cody, Sasha, and Gladys tale is one of the ones I'm most interested in and would want to have brought to the front burner while others take a backseat for a bit. despite the fact that it's these elements that are upsetting me. The scenes with Cody and Leo were very wonderful. There is a new kid whisperer on the scene. Roger Howarth has been replaced. Another entertaining incident involved Brooke Lynn racing to protect Cody from Granny Tracy. Hey, if Brooke Lynn and Chase and Sasha and Cody don't click, they can always switch partners. After learning who each other was, Jordan and Zeke's steamy night of passion is swiftly turning into a one-night stand. Nevertheless, given that this is a soap opera, they most likely won't be able to avoid one another for very long. Let's hope Portia and Curtis catch a glimpse of them the next time they visit a sexy town. Jordan requested Zeke to forget what she told him about Curtis, but Zeke doesn't appear inclined to do so. We must wait until next week to find out if he covers or tells Portia what he knows after saying too much to her about Curtis' actions after the wedding. He's already decided to bite his tongue in order to comply with Jordan's wishes, so I'm already preparing for that. Other thoughts on the Stray storyline. I appreciated Liz visiting the memory wall to reflect on her promotion and spotlighting both Epiphany and her grandfather, as well as Terry and Finn telling her the happy news that she had been named the new head nurse. The references to her grandmother and grandfather Hardy were particularly touching as they reflected on the hospital's past. We haven't seen Terry in what seems like ages, and now they are preparing to send Yuri off to Russia with Laura and Kevin. It seems unlikely that Terry and Yuri will experience much summer love. Like's unfortunate since it appears like Obrecht and Scotty are no longer our go-to Cillian love couple. Kate Muncy cracks fun with a previous co-star more. When you thought Finn and Liz couldn't get much more interesting as a couple, they spent the entire episode playing backgammon. In Friday's Tournament of Tournaments, I finally sensed a spark between them, but it seemed more like they were incredibly close friends than lovers. This week's scenes between Willow and Sasha began much the same way as last week's sessions with Nurse Clara, which I described as excruciating and embarrassing. Even though she acknowledged to forgiving Harmony, Willow still referred to Nina as being unforgivable. Sasha, though, appears to have made a small opening in Willow's defenses against Nina. I hate to say it, but with Nina and Sunny talking about a fall wedding, all of this, the truth will be revealed during the wedding. But Ned's amnesia, the SEC's secrets, and Nina and Willow's developing connection are likely to drag out until the fall. There may be many storylines that are drawn out, as only General Hospital appears to be able to do. The last chat between Alexis and Diane began with the recycled Holly and Robert exchange, but fortunately it quickly changed to Alexis, saying how much she loves being a lawyer and how the paper just isn't satisfying her. Can we hold out hope that this was a sign that the program would be taking action to get Alexis' license back? After all, a large number of Port Charles residents work as doctors or police officers, and they have all been given second and third chances after serious transgressions. Writers, please save Alexis from that tedious paper assignment. Finally, with Austin's assistance, Ava took home the week's top line. She said, "Comparing me to cocktails, are you trying to flatter me?" As he was equating the pleasure he feels when she says hurtful things to the burn after a drink. In response to Olivia's request for Tracy to cease moaning in her son's ICU room, Tracy came in second. Ned is accustomed to it. It feels like home. Sunny discovers who is in charge. Ned rejects Olivia for his former flame because Eddie is in love with Alexis. According to General Hospital, Ned Quartermain's memory problems will provide a challenge for everyone who is related to him, notably Olivia Quartermain. Ned doesn't remember being Olivia's husband at all, but she was overjoyed when he awoke. When Olivia learns that Eddie Main, Ned with this strange case of selective amnesia, wants nothing to do with her, it will destroy her heart. Olivia will be rejected by Eddie, and he or she will probably want someone else. Given that Lois Cirillo had a significant role in the original Eddie Main story from the 1990s, it's plausible that Ned will still be in love with her. There is a possibility that Lois will appear in the scene because Ned led a double life and was married to her as Eddie. But there might be a simpler, more sensible solution, especially since Alexis Davis is already painted and could use a fresh plot to experiment with. When Ned relaunched his music career as Eddie, Alexis gained notoriety as Eddie's angel and was relentlessly pursued by the media as the love of his life. Given that Tracy Quartermaine, Jane Elliott, will contact Alexis around the week of June 19 to 23, it's possible that this entire Eddie problem that she may prompt Ned to remember the truth and accept it because she believes that he might only have eyes for Alexis. After receiving some breathtaking information, Alexis will have an opportunity to respond to the strange Eddie Main news. According to GH teasers, Alexis will eventually have an idea to attempt, so it sounds like she might come up with some ideas with Tracy. Alexis will want to assist if there is a method to help Ned revert to his previous state. Of course, it would be intriguing if, in the midst of all of this, Alexis began to feel anything for Ned once more. No one could blame Alexis for being lonely and drawn to an ex who has suddenly expressed interest in her since she has been single for far too long. Do you believe Eddie will want to see Alexis again? Will Olivia be passed over in favor of Ned's ex-girlfriend? Keep an eye on the ABC soap opera General Hospital because there are still some surprises and changes in store. Thanks for watching if you liked this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.